All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. You're probably thinking, does this brother just sit here and just start a live stream with him in the bed? Yep. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Illuminous 4K screen paint using ambient light projection technology gain. Usually I don't start these off in the morning, and I don't wake up in the morning in the bed saying this to begin with. But just want to give you an idea. What I mean by having ambient light projection, true ambient light projection technology in your home, having the ability to be able to use your screens in the morning, daytime, evening, whatever, with the lights on. I don't have to worry about being subjected to the dark 24/7. I see people who had TV screens. I mean, keep in mind, if you're selling a screen paint product, they're selling a projection screen. If you're in the business altogether for strictly home theater projection, then you shouldn't have a TV. That's how I feel. You shouldn't have a TV. You shouldn't have a TV in your house. I have only TV I think monitors we have in the house are security monitors. That's it. But everything else in here runs off projection only in the house. Because if I'm going to talk about ambient light projection and you don't need to have worry about being in the dark and all that nonsense, then I shouldn't have a TV in my house at all, period. Because what point would it be for me to sit here and sell you screen paint, claiming it to be ambient light projection if I have a TV sitting in my home, especially in the bedroom? So, I'm going to grab my remote control for my, here. If I got the right one. It's on off. All right. Turn on my projector up there sitting on top of the, actually, my projector's on top of the dresser. That's kind of like the equivalent when you see somebody talking about TVs that basically sell screen paint. That's the equivalent if Black Diamond or Elite Screens or DMP Supernova, these are projection screen companies only. They come up with a TV. Imagine if Black Diamond came with a TV. He kind of a little concerned there on whether or not if you want to buy a screen from them if they're endorsing or making TVs. You know what I mean? They're strictly a projection screen company only. They only design projection screens. They may come out with a projector, maybe something like that, but they don't do TVs or none of that stuff. So this is me turning on my projector from back here. And there's the Chromecast popping on with the time. It is 5:40. I'm usually up at 4, but I decided to sleep in a little late today. All right, so this is me in the morning. This is what I do every day. I get up, I turn on the projector in the front up here to get my time right here where I get it from my cell phone, and I start my day from here. So you'll get a chance to see what it is like when I walk through my house in the morning. We're talking about no ambient light controlled environments, no environment set up to make the screen look good, none of that nonsense. This is my everyday environment when I get up. And as I told you before, if you're going to basically talk about a product that you design, you have to stand behind it 100%, which means you can't do TV reviews, you can't do sell TVs, you can't do any of that. That's like I said, it's like the equivalent if Black Diamond came out with a TV. Now they've been doing projection screens for the longest time. That's what their company stands for. They do projection screens. Elite screens. They do nothing but elite screens. Freaking DMP Supernova, daylight screens, you name them. Firehawk G4, what they call Film Store. I think Film Store. I forgot the name of the company. But anyway, it's like one day if Elite Screen comes up with a TV, that's gonna be the weirdest thing you ever saw in your entire life because they don't do TVs. It's a projection screen company, so you have to stand by your product. And if you notice, like I said, in my home, you won't see one TV. I haven't had a TV in 11 years. I haven't owned a TV in 11 years. That's a long time. I haven't bought a TV in 11 years. That's how much confidence I have in my product. You see my screen changing over there? I'll get up in the morning. This is me when I get up, and I'm sort of recording this. Yeah, I sleep with my jeans on and stuff like that. My wife tells me that I need the basin. This is my air cleaner because I told you I have breathing issues. So I have to have that on at night when I sleep. Helps me to be able to function a little better in the morning. So I have that on. And I go over here, grab my cell phone. This is my phone for my work phone. Grab that. Cough drops. This is stuff that helps me get through my day right here. I don't like taking the inhaler if I don't have to, but I just carry it on me just in case. You never know. Something to eat when something might pop up, and a couple of cough drops. And there's my tea in the morning, tea at night. I drink tea at night, tea in the morning. But you won't see this when you watch people. When you watch demonstrations with these high-end professional screens, keep in mind they're not going to show you stuff like this. They're not going to show you the morning routine. Look how beautiful this image looks. This is when I get up in the morning. Wifey's already left for work. All the lights on in my environment when I get up. And when you watch screens like Elite Screens, these big companies, they're not going to show you stuff like this. They can't show you stuff like that. The room has to be prepped for the projector and the screen. When you look at that environment's already been set up. It's already been prepped to make the screen look good. They know exactly where they can direct the lights where they need them to go to make the environment look well lit without it really interfering with the screen. I don't go through that mess. I get up in the morning, shut the door like an idiot. I get up in the morning, and this is how I start my day. I gotta make the bed when I get back. Freaking commute to work is a nightmare. So this is the only monitor you will see in my home. That's it. That's my security monitor right there. It monitors the house. I put the chasers up last night. I did a short video, man. I was so freaking tired. When I got up, I was really freaking tired yesterday. Throwing my PS4. Look at the remote control for this thing. It's freaking massive. Compared to the remote control, where's the other remote control at? Got it around here somewhere because I had to turn the lights off yesterday. Don't know what I did with my remote controls. Let me see. I usually have bunches of them laying around just in case. Check out the size of this to this. The size of this to that. This remote control is huge. I haven't had a chance to play with this yet. So there me powering on my PS4. This is my work computer set up right here. So I turn on my my Epson projector, light my screen up. And there's the PS4 firing up. So usually on the PS4, I have my fish playing in the background because that helps me to relax. And then over here, I have my work computer where I do all my work at, you know what I mean? Emails and all the stuff that I do every day I have to do at work. So this is me in the morning when I get up. So this is why I'm showing you all this, is because, like I said, in no other video of anyone doing any demonstration, they're not going to show you anything like this because, like I said, they got to prep the environment first before they show you that video. And they definitely not going to do it live. And anytime given live, keep in mind, anything could go wrong. My screen may not perform well, projector may not function right, anything could go wrong. So I'm showing you this as I get up in the morning. Well, actually, I pretty much was already up staring at the screen, but decided to do the stream before I actually got up and started going downstairs and going to work. All right, so let me get my mouse and everything fired up here. But like I said, if you have confidence in your product and you call yourself selling screen paint, you should not have a TV in your home anywhere. There should not be a TV. Because that means, you ever seen the theory, like if you go to ABS forums, some people have a setup where they'll have a TV here and they'll have a projection screen here. The reason why is they use the TV in the daytime when all the lights are on, the lights and any kind of ambient light that's coming in the environment, they'll use the TV. And then at night, when there's less ambient light outside pushing through the home, then they'll bring down the screen and they'll watch a movie off of it. That's what that's for. If you ever seen that setup before, a projection screen here and then a TV here, that's what that's for. So they can watch TV when all the lights are on in the environment, when there's light pushing through the home, that's when they'll watch that TV. Then when nighttime rolls around, there's less ambient light in the environment, and they can keep in mind these are people that had dimmers and all kinds of controllers in their environment, so they can dim the lighting just right. That's why it looks dark in the corners, and some of the area looks well lit. That's because they're actually dimming those lights around that screen. Then they'll use that for movie time. So I find that a complete fail. I'm pretty sure the guy who owns SL Screens, I'm pretty sure, Black Diamond, I guarantee there's no TVs in his home. If there is, man, there's something wrong with the screens in. Because you should not have a TV in your home. If you're doing projection screen setups, you should never ever have a TV in your home. Never. Like I said, I haven't had a TV in freaking 12 years. I haven't owned one. This is my system powering up right there. In the morning, boom! That's how my screen comes on. That's how my screen comes on every morning when I get up. This is how my screen comes on. Why would I need a monitor? My monitor in here, I think this screen right here comes off at 80 inches. It's an 80-inch screen. I do all my work on here, edit my videos here. I got my PS4 over here. So now, where's my tea? Because I got to make more tea today. I'm go downstairs. That shower curtain came out nice too. I'm gonna do a demonstration on the shower curtain and the bed sheet side by side. So this is downstairs. Of course, those of you who've seen inside my house. Turn my lights on. A little brighter up in here. There we go. That is me removing. You see, nothing's been changed in the environment. I was watching movies last night. Controls. Turn on this one. I got to take this down. It's just the gaming screen. I was actually gaming on this last night. I was playing with this last night. I'm gonna just leave this here. I don't need to take this downstairs just yet. Blankets over here. So, like I said, I've seen people with TVs in the rooms, you're selling screen paint, you got a TV in your home. That's just you don't do that. Either you stand behind your product or you don't. Reason why they got a TV in there, because the screen can't pull images up in fully lit environments. And that way you're just sitting in the dark. And that's why I told you, majority of them demonstrations are being done in the dark. Then that's where you're going to be at. You're going to be sitting in the dark, figuring out why your contrast is fading, your colors are fading, because the screen can't pull an image. It's the Sony projector. It's the one I bought right here. I love these projectors. I want to get another one of these. Look at that. There you go. That's my screen in the morning when I get up. I'm on Eco Mode 5. A lot of people, my projector sits in Eco Mode 3. There's my screen. Early in the morning when I get up, I turn my projector on. I walk over into the kitchen. I got my percolator set up over here. This is me in the morning. It's my wife's coupons over here. This is my baby right there, my percolator. Come over here. Get my tea. I like tea in the morning. So what's the purpose of this video? The purpose of this video is the fact that you're watching me walk around in my home, turning on all my projectors in a fully lit environment, and none of my environments are dark. Why in the world would I set up these screens in my home and environment's not in the dark? Baseball hat. Can't do a gray screen or a white screen in a fully lit environment. They don't pull up. I've been telling you that for years. They don't pull up. The image does not have that capability to pull that image up. It's an outdated technology. Just like when white screens came out and white screens were all the rage. Keep in mind, white screens have been out a while. White screens, a lot of people realize white screens have been out since the silent era. The silent era is when movies first came out. There was no sound at all, period. It was just a picture. So they've been out that long, since the silent era. People have been standing by white screens for the longest time. And then they decided to switch over to gray screens. You have Black Diamond and Gray Wolf. I don't know if y'all remember Gray Wolf. You had Gray Wolf, all those different companies that came out at that particular time that were doing gray screens. But I think Black Diamond is the one that put it on the map. Good morning, people. Good morning. But Black Diamond put it on the map with that gray screen. Because what they did was they took that screen, and I mean, pretty impressive demonstration. They took that screen and they imagine this was all white, and they did it centered like this. Like, look, everywhere this screen moves, that you're going to see the image pull up in a fully lit environment. And that's how Black Diamond made their mark. Because you could literally watch that screen in a fully lit environment. But the only problem is the price is too expensive. And then on top of that, consider the fact that I'm not going to say too much on that note because I don't want to have a lawyer going on my back like the last time. But let's say everything has its flaws. All right, everything has its flaws. But anyway, where's my cup of tea? I'm on a cup right here. This is the biggest start of my day. See, there you go. Of why I lose stuff in the house, because I set things in the weirdest spots. But anyway, so everybody started leaning toward gray screens because at one point, elite screens did not have, or daylight screens did not have gray screens. They had white screens. Every day in the morning. Every day. This is what I do when I get up before I start work. Got to tidy up the house a little bit before I start my day. But that's how it was, And then, then screens, elite screens, and they came out. Thank you. I appreciate that. Elite screens came out with dark gray screens. They started designing dark gray screens. Daylight started designing dark gray screens, and it went on from there. You know what I mean? Everybody started doing dark gray technology. And then after that was ambient light rejection technology. Everybody wanted that ambient light rejection technology to produce screens in fully lit environments. But even in those demonstrations, when I watch those demonstrations, I see these, like, especially when Elite did that demonstration in that showroom, that area was very, me and another fellow were talking about that, but that area was very dark. They had all their projection screens blocking out a ton of the window light. They had lights actually behind the back of the screens. It gave off the illusion that the room was well lit when it really wasn't. And then another problem I had was they were using all high-powered 4K, high-lumen, short throw or ultra short throw projectors. There was not one long throw in that entire environment. Because the less distance that projector had to travel, the lumens had to travel off that projector from the picture to the screen, the better the image they were going to pull up. Now that makes you think right there. If you have to use a 4,000 or 5,000 short throw projector in an environment that barely has any lighting to begin with, what would happen if you stuck that screen in a really, really well lit environment? If it's struggling to show an image in that environment, which has me thinking on that one. And that's the problem right there. All right. So we're going to pop down sooner to the basement because that's where I work at. So let me put my hoodie on a bit here because in the basement, it gets a little cold down there until everything heats up in the house. So upstairs, usually when I'm in bed, I'll basically turn the heat up down because upstairs, for some reason, heats up really, really fast. And you can cook upstairs, literally. So what I do is I'll basically turn the heat downstairs. And then that way, it's a little warmer upstairs. There we go. It's my Mucinex in the morning. This is what I like to take in the morning when I get out. Where the freak is my cup? This is my day right here. Where's Waldo? Where the freak is my cup? There, here we go. Where the freak is my cup? This is another thing I can't stand. I can't stand people leaving cups in the movie chair. It drives me freaking crazy. So I got to get up in the morning, wash the dishes. Dishes knocked out. It's my day to wash dishes today. I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna tell you what gets me through the morning. This right here, I freaking love this stuff. I mean, I drink boxes and boxes and boxes of this tea. I love this tea so much. Here we go. Let's see where Mr. Bird misplaced his teacup again. That could literally be a video game right there. Mr. Bird's teacup. Try to search the house and see where I had it. I was just here. You probably know where it's at. And look, I just tore off a tea bag after tearing off a tea bag. Literally walking around the house looking for my freaking teacup that I can't even find or track down. I just had a few minutes ago. You gotta be freaking kidding me. There's no way to work it all. Sometimes I swear I think I had. Oh, there we go. This is me, a lot of you not. In the morning. Because when I come downstairs, mind you, I'm a neat freak. So downstairs, I'm used to having it clean. You know, so when I get downstairs, the downstairs has to be clean. I'm a neat freak. I grew up differently, man. I grew up old school. I grew up with children were meant to be seen, not heard. That's how I grew up, and my father was a military man. So I grew up where everything had to be cleaned all the time. All the time, which means when you made that bed and that man came in that room, he'd take that $50 out of his pocket. It better bounce off your bed sheets. He better be to see his face in your shoes. That place, it better be clean. Or if not, you was going out back and doing some push-ups. That's how I grew up. So I'm used to every morning when I get up, the first thing I do is I bust down the entire house, get everything cleaned up, nice, dishes all washed, floor swept, mop down everything, and it's done. That's the way I was brought up. My mother would murder you if you came in the house and you dropped your coat on the sofa. Yeah, that was a death sentence right there. Leave a dirty dish in the sink, that was a death sentence. I think that's how kids should be raised anyway. I'm telling you. Not to go off the topic here, but I think some kids are out of control. They should turn all these public schools into military schools. Where the freak is my spoons? Turn them all into military schools. We got a couple more up here in Philadelphia. They converted a few of these public schools into military schools. And they get rank and everything. I think it's wonderful. Kids are more respectful. Man, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. That's the way it should be. 3 teaspoons of sugar in my tea. I had a cup that had a self-stir on here. But like I said, I mean, if you watch demonstrations, you're going to see all pre-rehearsed. All of it's going to be pre-rehearsed. They're going to come in, they're going to say, look, they're going to show you the screen, they're going to show you the environment. This is a projector, this is the screen, this is how it all looks. Whole entire environment is going to be pre-rehearsed. They keep in mind, when they do those setups, all the light they have in the environment, where they put the lamps and all that stuff is pre-rehearsed, all of it. Where they put the projector, what kind of projector they use, how many lumens they have, it's 4K, 1080p, all pre-rehearsed. A whole entire setup is pre-rehearsed. Pre-rehearsed. Say that right? My alarm going off. I'm supposed to be up at 6. I'm usually up at 4 in the morning. So all that's being set up. That's why I like it when somebody shows me their let's see, this is going downstairs in the basement. Where is let me see, I'm gonna go pop down the basement real quick. Basement. One thing I love about this basement has automatic lights. So this is the screen I painted up yesterday. That is a shower curtain. My drop cloth. Drop cloth, and I got to scrub down the floor because somebody, or that'd be me, walked through paint and tracked it right through the floor. So that'll be something for me to work on today, to scrub down the floor today. So we're all done here. But this is the shower curtain I painted, which I'm kind of curious how this ended up pretty good. But if you look at this right here, you see where it had the shower curtain had those kind of see-through kind of mesh material on it. Was I smart enough to? Oh yeah, I did put it up. But I didn't wrap up the roller. But you see, it had that see-through kind of mesh material through it, but it came out pretty good. So we'll do some demonstrations on that. I think I kind of marked my screen. I marked my white screen on that side, which I don't care about that. So we'll do some demonstrations on that. And then we have our sample sheets here. But we're gonna, and this is the bed sheet I painted. I'm gonna do another bed sheet. It's a fitted sheet. I might get another projection screen out of this right here. I got a frame over there. I got a bigger frame over there. I think I might get a bigger sheet out of that one. This is the inflatable Supreme 9. Oh, also too, those are the wallpaper screens, test wallpaper screens over there. Also, I had no idea we had all that detergent down there. That's that couponing. That's her insane coupon. She's been... What the freak? Like, really? She buys this stuff and lays all over the house. This is her stuff. That's her little venture right there. All right. Yeah, this is her stuff. Mind you, see the detergent downstairs, right? This is a screen I got to ship off to the UK. And these are the containers. We're going to change over our gallon containers to these. So we already announced that the gamer paint is coming in 1 gallon. So these are the containers for the gamer paint. I like the black lids. And these are for the 1 quart and 2 quarts. Also, good gracious, yes, these were just recently. These are recently. This is a lot of freaking detergent. This ain't the half of it. This is not the half of it. You haven't seen the rest of it. We got a room in the back, which is her room. And there are stockpiles of this stuff in here. Do you believe that? All this stuff right here, she brought home the receipt. She was smiling from ear to ear to ear. $3.42. All this was $3.42 from her couponing. You can see like she has her list over there, and these are the tons of coupons that she collects. All these are coupons, papers, and all this stuff. And she is really into this, man. But $3 and some change for all this stuff. I will never run out of detergent ever. Toothpaste, all kinds of stuff. Like she just look at this, and she doesn't pay anything. Her goal is what she does when she goes out. She takes $20 with her. That's it. $20. So she can't max out over 20. So that's how she trains herself to be able to buy, and whatever she does, she never carries 100 or 50 just in case. She only carries 20 on her. So she can't go over that $20 point. So now she's breaking it down where she's doing only 10. See how she's doing it, then she does 5. Something like that, you know what I mean? You know, sharpen her skills. But man, I can't do it. I sat there and watched her calculate that stuff in her head, and I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna throw money at the cashier and be done. Man. I love this, man. Like every day, get up. I love this. So you get a chance to see. I know for some of y'all might think that, oh man, what's this Joker doing? Why is he in here showing us what he does in his daytime? Because you need to see that this is how my screens react in everyday normal. Everyday normal. I'm not going to set up a background and put all these lights in and say, hey, look at the reaction of the screen. Look at this, look at that. You have to see it in real time. Gotta find me a 720p projector. I'm surprised I'm doing all this with one hand. That's the best I'm doing until I come back in. All right. So let's go over into my area. This is where I'm at most of the time. PS4 shut down. It's in sleep mode. Get you guys on the rest real quick. I usually have to be up early in the morning. Is my control even on? Nope. There we go. So I have to be up early in the morning, bow hunters. I'm always searching for something when it comes to Borderlands, because man, I'm a freaking huge fan of Borderlands. Because I have my lights off in the place right now. So I just got the chasers put up there. So the chasers are so much fun. Oh, they're so much fun. I gotta plug some stuff in. Let me see. What's going on down here? Cord. I need to get myself a control switch. That's what I need to get my hands on, a control switch. One set of lights on. So we got one set on. Bar. Let me see if I can get the rest of them on real quick. This should turn on the lights here. There we go. my LED lights for run chair out of the way. I think the next two things I got to do, I want chasers literally around my desk now. I want them actually around my desk because they're the coolest thing ever. I want them around my desk. So I think I'm going to do my desk with the chasers. I'm going to redo those around my desk. And I think I'm going to take the ones for around my desk. So what I'm going to do with the chasers, well, first things first, these are the regular LEDs right here. But I'm going to show you what the chasers look like. Turn my lights out here for a minute. So you can see what the chasers look like. There's the chasers right there. So how I'm going to do the chasers, I'm going to run them all across, right from here, all the way from here to here to back here where they meet back up with this one over here on that side. And then I'm going to bring them down the side of that wall. Or I might bring them down. Matter of fact, I might connect them there, but then I have to connect there. I have to bring them down the side of the wall. And then I'm going to take all this stuff down here on the floor. All this stuff, I'm going to take that upstairs and put it in the attic because I'm not going to need this stuff to tell you the truth. And I'm going to run it along the edges. So right along the edges, right along here, probably across there, and all around the edges, around the floor. I'm going to run around the edges, around here and here. Because I want the lights to do the whole chase thing from here to here to here. I might do around the window. See, I got some ideas going through my head. I might get another set and branch them around the window because I want them to all link together because I want the chase to run from here to here to here, around the ceiling, come down the side of the wall, and then trim out around the edges of the floor. Oh, I cannot wait until I get me a much, much bigger gaming room, which will probably be... Oh, no. Ooh, man. Almost had a serious... I almost knocked over my freaking keyboard. How did that ever become to be? No. You hooked around. Nope. This is why I need a much bigger gaming room. I nearly almost hooked and trashed my freaking keyboard almost a few minutes ago. Got hooked around the chair somehow. I'm gonna have to get myself a bigger gaming room. Or take more of this stuff out of the room and just put it upstairs. I got too much stuff down here as it is. But anyway, so some of the updates we're going to do is we're going to basically, we have 1 gallon kits with chasers available on the website. Also today I'm going 2-quart kits pretty fast. So we're going to put those in back on the website today. Those are going to be back in stock on the website. And we're going to add in the 1 gallon. So now the gamer paint is available in 1 quart, 2 quarts, and 1 gallon. Right there. All right. So, like I said, when I've been telling you guys about this contract and so forth, we're probably looking at maybe somewhere around the end of March. The end of March is pretty much is when one of the contracts is going to activate. So that right there gives you a timeline, so you know. So we'll see what goes from there. To tell you the truth, I really can honestly tell you what's going to happen to the site after that. But like I said, end of March, pretty much first orders will probably start rolling in. After that, we have 2 other contracts we just signed. Like I said a couple of days ago, one was actually in negotiation. Those particular individuals that are sending us contracts or asking for if we do contracts overseas, no, we're not doing any overseas contracts. No, I've done a couple of them. Not to be rude or disrespectful or anything, it's just a very difficult and complicated contract to do when you're doing overseas contracts. I've done a couple of them in my lifetime, and it's not for me. It's not for me. Now, if the distributors decide that they want to branch overseas, because one of the contracts is global, and they want to distribute over to like different countries and stuff, that's them. That has nothing to do with us. But me personally, no. You could probably go through one of the distributors, and they would basically issue you a contract through them. And keep in mind, people think that for some reason now, okay, because we're the main company, that they can come to us with the contracts. Not really. There's only we only want probably I only want 3 distributorship contracts, and that's it. After that, you'll have to go to the distributors, because the distributors you can actually get contracts through them, and that's what you have to do. But other than that, I'm not doing any overseas contracts. I did one over for Dubai, and I did one over in England, and I did another one over in India. And nope, not doing that again. It's just very complicated. It is very, very complicated. Not saying it's not a good thing. It is a good thing in some ways, but it's very, 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 very complicated on doing things overseas. It is. I mean, over here in the U.S., if I do a contract, my contract's here in the U.S. All my contracts are in the U.S. And if we have to go to a meeting or something like that, I can just hop on a plane and be down there, zip, 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 be done. Overseas, that's a bit of a distance for me to travel back and forth. I'm not at the stage yet where I can hire somebody to just go do my work for me, fly over there. Which that is my main plan, because once I have a good work environment, I got commercial property set up, and we have people on board, like a workforce and all that, then I can have somebody else run my company and I can go on vacation. Heck, I'm 51 years old. I want to go see the world before I pass on. So I figure that's what I'm pretty much going to do. Just go see the world. Going to do a little vacation. And then I'll have somebody else just run the company for me. I'll just have to pop in from time to time to just authorize stuff. That's basically about it. And for meetings and stuff like that. That's the whole purpose. All right. So we're going to be doing the Gamer Paint. Now, those of you are wondering, the Gamer Paint does have 9 technology embedded into it. A few people have been asking me about this. I don't know what this is, but man, I want this. Smite. I never played Smite before. Good morning to all of you. Good morning. Oh, yeah. You know, it's funny. You want to hear something funny? I don't even have my tea up here. I literally left my tea downstairs in the kitchen. Yes. So usually I go on and check my Facebook accounts. I go check out messages that come through on Facebook. I got messages that come through on our other. We have about 9 or 10 Facebook fan pages that I have to check on, answer questions through there and there. My emails from the website. I do updating on the website. Try to go through the whole website and do updating on the website. And today I got to test out this guy's projector right here. This is a projector that came in the box with no bubble wrap. I got to call him and ask him why he did that, because I'm still going to send him out the other projector because it's a church. And that's the reason why I'm sending out the other projector, because it's a church. But I'm still kind of curious why he sent me this projector in a box bouncing around with no bubble wrap. You know, 2 things come to mind. Like, okay, because we were supposed to ship off our projectors at the same time. He was going to get mine. I was going to get his. And I guess I can't think about why he would do that to begin with. Is that why would you send me a projector with a bubble wrap in the inside of it, knowing that the projector is fragile and it could get busted? Unless, and I hate to say it, and I hate to confuse people with things unless I talk to them first, but if I'm shipping somebody else something, they're shipping me something back, and we're shipping at the same time, whether he probably didn't care how the projector got here to us, whether it got broken or busted, because he was going to get a good one on the other end. And that's how I kind of feel. That's what I'm the feeling I have here. That the fact that maybe you felt that, okay, I'll just throw this thing in the box. You know what I mean? I'll have this projector anyway, and there's really nothing he could do about it because I'll have it already here. And by the time he gets the projector, it's going to be busted up and broken. So who cares? And that's kind of how I feel, because I don't see any reason why you didn't put any bubble wrap or secure this thing much better in the box and just throw it in the box and have it bouncing around. This thing literally bounced around the box so badly that the inside of the box has all kinds of puncture holes in the box from the corner of the projector just bouncing around and just nailing inside of the box. You know, just holes all through the box, because I went to go pick it up. I thought somebody had stuck their hands in it and ripped the box open a little bit, but it wasn't. When I opened up the box, there was no bubble wrap, and this thing was bouncing around inside the box. I'm figuring he didn't bubble wrap it. So that means it was bouncing around. These corners were poked out, and they probably hit the box, which means a tremendous amount of force was causing this thing to bounce around. So when I got it here and I started shaking, I was like, something, hear that rattling sound? Like something doesn't sound right. I'm thinking it's the lamp that's broken. Maybe the lamp's busted. Now, these particular projectors are weird, and I don't buy them. The reason why I don't buy them, I had a couple of them here, and I learned the hard way when I bought these particular projectors, is that you can't replace the lamps on these things. You can't. You have to send it back to the manufacturer. They had to replace the lamp, because if you replace the lamp on here, they do not cut on. They go into a kill switch. They cut off completely. Don't work at all, period. And I made the mistake of buying one of these, and I wanted to go put the lamp goes about right there. I wanted to go put a replacement lamp in, put everything correctly, had the exact serial model. It was a name brand. It wasn't a generic or knockoff, because the lamps here are pretty cheap. They're like $30. They're $20 to $30 because it's a very old projector. And then the system cut off, like it wouldn't come on. I'm like, what the freak happened? And found out that you had to send these back to the manufacturer. They had to do it. These suckers have an automatic kill switch in them. But other than that, I just can't figure out why someone would throw this in the box. And the only thing I can come to, only conclusion I can come through, unless the person really didn't care whether or not how the condition of the projector got when it got here, because they were going to get a new one from us anyway. And let's send his over, just throw it in the box, don't care. Which I'm going to have to talk to him about it. Before I send my projector over, I have to talk to him about that, because I feel kind of really ticked off over that part right there. That upsets me a bit. And that coming from a church, I think they would know better do something like that to begin with. Let's plug this thing in, because I'm curious to see what the settings are. Now, he bought this projector, all right? Customer bought this projector, right? This is his projector, not ours. So he bought this projector, and the problem he had with the projector that it wasn't showing up on the screen at all. It wasn't picking up on the screen. He said the screen paint wasn't working, and the projector wasn't showing up. And I asked him to take the projector and show half of it on the screen and the other half on the wall. Because what happens is, when I see that, if the image is coming up dull on the wall, like on the wall it's coming up really dull, and then on the screen it's coming up kind of, it's not showing up, that means there's a good chance that his lamp life has depleted. Something's wrong with it, or maybe defective. But he bought this projector from a merchant on eBay. And the guy on eBay got him. He definitely got him. So, right here, I'll hook it up right here first. Run it over here through this one. I'll show you, because I got to go through his menu. I'm checking out his menu too on his projector. So he swore up and down that his projector was good, and the merchant told him it was good. And I go through this a lot sometimes. People don't know how to, they use projectors that the lamps are really dim on them. So we'll power this one up. We'll take this one out here. So first things first, I'll show you, this is the Sony, the one I hear, my Sony projector. Right here. See right there, that's the Sony. And disconnect from here. I think HDMI is right about there. All right. I'll turn off my Sony. Oh, great goodness. What did I do with the remote controls? This is why I should not be permitted to carry things throughout the entire house, because this is one of the worst things. Here we go. I got a bad habit of carrying things throughout the house. So we'll turn off my Sony. You can see when I turn my Sony off, my Sony sits in Eco Mode 3. So it's not even, my projector is not even fully brightened. I have it always sits in Eco Mode 3. In a fully lit environment. All right, so we're going to power this projector on. Should have some kind of juice. There we go. And his whatchamacallit's a little bit loose. Why is this freaking cable here? Ah, that's not good. All right, so let's power this one up. There we go. Let's So I'm looking at his projector, and we're doing face-to-face chat. And I'm looking at his projector. And I said, "Dude, your projector is defective. There's something wrong with your projector. Really, is something wrong with it, because it's not showing up the way it should be showing up. There's something wrong with it." That's his screen pulling up right now on the Chromecast. And I can clearly tell it's the projector. Now the bulbs go dim on a projector and they're about to die. What they'll do is they'll pull up a really dim image. It's definitely not going to show up on a black screen. I'm going to move some of this over. Look at it on the white wall. It should be showing up much better than that. Let me bring it back some. That is really dim. Bring it all the way out. You can't even see it at all, period. This is how I can tell. When I asked him, we did FaceTime. I said, let me see it on the black screen for a minute. He shows me on the black screen. This is what I see. I asked him what the settings are in his projector. I look at the settings, and it clearly shows that his projector's lamp life is gone. It's just about gone. So the merchant who sold him this projector sold him a projector where the lamp life was just about not. It's just gone. I had two of these projectors. I had two of these projectors, and I got one actually brand new, and actually sold it to another customer. But I got it brand new. Only time these projectors are actually really good is you're lucky to get one refurbished that has a brand new lamp. That the factory literally put a brand new lamp in it. But do not put the lamp in yourself, because these suckers have a kill switch, which will cut the projector completely off. It'll be dead. It becomes a dud. But I got one from a merchant who basically had one that was a factory refurbished, and they basically put in a new lamp. I'm just grabbing a video really quick here from here. So it just tells me when I'm looking at this that, yeah, his lamp on his projector is at its last. And what they'll do is, what some people will do is they'll go in and they'll factory reset the lamp to make it look like it's brand new. That's another trick they'll do. And probably told me there's very little time used on it. He got it here, and he pretty much turned it on, and it didn't show up on our screens. The first thing he complains to us is that our screen paint doesn't work. Like, well, how come the screen paint doesn't work? I bet you if your projector was here, I'd probably get the same reaction. And sure enough, I did. So that's his projector. He shipped it here. I was gonna ship him the one over there. I'm still gonna ship it now because, like I said, it's a church. You know, I'm gonna ship. Even though he did wrong by me, I'm gonna still ship that one over to him. So I got the projector here, and it doesn't even show up on my screen over here. But yet my Sony can pull that image up. I can go downstairs and I can get 1100 lumen a long throw and stick it there in the kitchen, and it will pick up. It's his projector, and I sat there and told him it was his projector. This is, I find interesting, when not all customers, when I had these conversations with customers, and customers will sit there and tell me up and down, oh, well, it doesn't look the same way it does in your video, this, that, and the other. It's funny you would say that, but yet I got contracts under big companies now who've used their product. No one's going to hand me down a multi-million-dollar freaking contract and sit there and go, oh, guess what? We're just going to test your product, and we're just going to give you a contract without testing it. Oh, heck yeah, they're going to test my product. They had to. You would not be the smartest business person in the world to hand somebody a contract if you haven't tested their product. So they had to take it down there and test it out. But when I have customers from time to time, and not all of them, when I have customers from time to time, they'll sit there and go, well, it doesn't look the same way. Oh my goodness, man! There are days when I feel so happy about this day sometimes, because I'll tell you why. Because this is the first time I actually had a customer saying, you know what? Just bring your projector over here. I want to see what it looks like on my screen. And there you go. Now, let me come over here. Let me grab something really quick. We'll grab some 4K fish. There you go. I'm going to show you something. Now, this is the video playing that I'm playing right now with the fish. Look at the wall right here. Look at the screen, okay? Even though our screen shows a darker contrast and so forth. But see how dim it looks on the wall? It shouldn't look that dim on the wall. See how dim the image looks? His lamp life is depleted. Now, his complaint was every time he turned the lights on, he couldn't see it. That's because it's your projector. Now, let's turn this one off. And let's stick this in the back of my Sony, which is a short throw projector also. Also short throw also. Let me see if I can get in here and find out where this one connects to the back. And keep in mind, my Sony sits in Eco Mode 3. All right? It sits in Eco Mode 3. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to put it over there by the wall because I want to see what the settings are in this projector. So settings would be whatever he had, the last settings he had this projector on. I want to see what it looks like. And then I'm going to go upstairs and show you a video of the exact same projector that I owned. I owned the exact same projector. I did a demonstration on it. How bright it came up on the screen. Because when I got that projector, I got it from a merchant who brought it from a company who the projector was actually, it was factory refurbished, which means they redid the entire projector, they put the lamp in it. Now, like I said, these particular projectors, the reason why I don't like them too much, because if you try to replace that bulb by yourself, what's going to happen is there's a kill switch in there that will shut the projector off and they become duds. The only way you can actually replace a lamp, you have to send it back. There you go. Now, my projector here that I have on the floor, the Sony, is open box, which means somebody bought it, they opened it up, they didn't like it, and because they opened it, the price went down by a lot. So I paid about $550 for this projector right here. And this is sitting in my Eco Mode 3. Not 1, not 2, but 3. In this environment, fully lit, and it's able to pull up an image with no problem whatsoever. There's nothing wrong with the screen paint at all, period. It's the projector that's damaged. Nothing wrong with it. And I'll show you a video of the exact same projector. I bought the exact same projector. I'm glad I buy a lot of projectors. This is the reason why I buy so many projectors. All right, so let's disconnect his from here. And let's take it over there. Now, the only reason why, like I said, somebody told me to send him back his projector and just call it a day. But look, I look at it this way, all right? People don't understand. Some people say, well, you know what? I'll never get to that church because that preacher steals from the church. Not saying he does, not saying he wouldn't. I'm just using it as an example. My mom used to always say that, okay, so God tells you, I want you to give $10,000 to that preacher. And you're thinking in your mind, I give $10,000 to that preacher. That preacher steals. He's going to take that money and he's going to splurge on it and do this and do that. And God knows that already. He knows what he's going to do. But he tells you, look, I told you to do something. I told you give him $10,000. Now, it's up to the preacher. You don't worry about what the preacher's going to do. You listen to what God tells you to do. If you give that preacher 10 grand, God rewards you, going to reward you for obeying him. Now, that preacher went out and took that money and spent it the way he wanted to spend it. He got to deal with God. I don't want to be on that side of the tracks. I really don't. I mean, he's going, just because he got 10 grand, his life is going to get better. No, his life's going to get worse. He's stacking hot coals on his head, which means sooner or later, it's going to catch up to him. And sooner or later, it's going to put him in a position he does not want to be in. He's not going to get rewarded. He's actually condemning himself. You just listen what God tells you to do. So even though this man sent me this projector that wasn't wrapped, and it bounced around in the box, And I'm upset by it, and I am upset because I'm thinking that you're going to get a new projector from me in the box over here, and you sent me that projector over there, not caring whether or not it got here in one piece or not, because you want to get a new one anyway. That bothers me, upsets me. But you know what? God tells me to give him the projector, I give him the projector. Bottom line is, people who do wrong, no good can come of it. All right, so we're going to turn mine off because I need that Chromecast. I'll show you when I turn it off. See my projector setting on eco mode. There you go. Eco mode 3. All my projectors set eco mode. These screens are designed to generate tons of a real bright image in well ambient lit environments. I don't have to burn my projectors like that. I'll take my Chromecast from here because I need the Chromecast to activate the projector so I can see what the settings are. Convenience of having plugs everywhere. I mean, at least could have bubble wrapped it. I had to happen to me a few times. I ordered a projector one time from this merchant on eBay, and it was a big projector. It was a venue projector. It was an NEC, something like a. I spent $500 for the projector, and this joker put that projector in a box. This thing was huge, about as big as that Sony over there. He put that thing in a box, and he didn't even freaking bubble wrap it. Nothing, because the projector was broken. That's why he didn't care. He sent me a busted projector, and he didn't care. When the projector got here, the box is all ripped up and brittle. There's cracks all in the projector and everything. And he was saying, oh, just send it back. Just send it back. And I'll give you your money back. You know why he wanted me to send it back? Because he put insurance that was more than the value of the projector. And when the projector got here and got damaged, I guess he filed a claim on the projector. And that was just a little gimmick. That's what he was doing. But we put an end to all that. I contacted PayPal on that whole entire situation. I needed that projector for work. You don't do that to people. Okay, I'm going to turn this on right now. Stand by. That door drives me crazy. So I want to know what its settings are. It's the first time having a customer's projector here at my house. And I think, like I said, he bought the projector from somebody off eBay. And I think they duped him. What the heck was that? Okay, hold on for a minute. Hold on. This is on a white wall. Look how close the projector's sitting. This is on a white wall. See how bad this looks? Yeah, it's this bulb. This bulb's damaged. It's a damaged bulb. It'll come up better with the lights off. There we go. But this is a short throw. A short throw projector sitting this close to a wall should be able to pull up an image with no problem. A better image than this with no problem at all. Let's see what the settings are. Maybe the settings are down too low. Let's check this menu. Keystone, look at this aspect ratio. This is zoom all the way out. Where is picture mode? Picture mode dynamite. Dynamite on picture mode. Right there. Keystone. Okay. Perfect fit dynamite. Eco mode. Mirror mode. Filter. Picture mode's on. Aspect ratio. Advanced menu. So he has this on dynamite right here. Eco mode's on normal. So he's not even on eco mode. So he's on normal. Daytime. Daytime would have been much better if you put it in daytime. He wouldn't need any of that to begin with. This aspect ratio. What's the aspect ratio? Normal should have been 16:9, but he has it normal. advanced settings. We're going to advanced settings right now. We're in picture. So you got to go into advanced settings to set everything up. Are you freaking kidding me? All right. All right. So I told you guys about this, right? I want you to look at this real carefully. You know why the image was coming up so dim on his screen? Because he had the contrast setting to 32. Minus 32. One of the oldest tricks in the book. You're not getting my projector, my friend, because you try to pull one over on me. I don't like that. I'm sending you back your projector. I don't appreciate that nonsense. Now you tick me off. So if this does what I think it does, I'm going to be pretty ticked. So hold on for a minute. I need to go over. We're at contrast. Let's bring the contrast up. Minus 16, 17. So I'm just going to be, just before I go off the rails on this, just make sure I'm right on this. 32. We got 32. If you bring the contrast down too far, it darkens the screen. Minus 32. Oh, it don't make a difference. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm misjudging here. I want to make sure. Because I had an incident that happened to me. We had a customer who came in and said, look, I can't get the screen to pull up. And I said, let me see the settings in your projector. So he shows me the settings in the projector. And in the setting his projector, he has the freaking contrast all the way down to 0. He had the brightness all the way down to 0. I said, look, did you buy this projector brand new? He said, yeah, I bought it brand new. When you buy a projector brand new, usually it's in factory settings. Well, it is in factory settings. And when it's in factory settings, depending on how far the brightness level goes up to, if it goes up to past 50, everything is cut right down the middle. It's all 50-50 or whatever it may be. You might have 60 on brightness, whatever it is, right split down the middle in factory settings. Nothing's ever set to 0. Because if it's set, everything's set to 0 and you go turn the projector on, you're going to think it's something wrong with the projector because it's producing too dark of an image. So they set everything down to 50-50. So, or whatever, like I said, if your projector does brightness in 60, it'll be 30, whatever. So anyway, when I saw the settings in its projector, I said, why in the world is your contrast and your brightness down to 0? I don't know if they didn't think we're going to pick up on it, but we did. We picked up on it. I'm looking like, do me a favor. I said, take your contrast. And keep in mind, if you put this in cinema mode, you're doing black screens, you put it in cinema mode or theater mode or movie mode, you don't do that because in mind, you're dealing with a black screen, not a white screen or a gray screen. So you put your settings for, my settings are usually in Dynamite or wherever they're actually in a different setting or Vivid. That's what I have mine set for in my projector when I set them up. So anyway, so I show them how to set the projector. Do you know that image popped on, boop, came on with no problem whatsoever? Oh, yeah, I didn't know. So and so and so. I said, let me ask you a question. Did you buy that projector brand new or used? Because if you buy them used, that means whoever had the projector, and they still wouldn't have it all at zeros, but whoever had the projector, it's going to have it set to their settings. I put them all back to factory settings if we do sell projectors. So he goes, no, I bought it brand new. So automatically knew from the dirty. He went in and deliberately moved the settings all the way down to make the screen look darker. And then basically took pictures and said the screen didn't work when the screen actually did work to try to get his money back and keep the screen. Yeah, like I said, I've seen it all. It's nothing new. So let me see what we got going on here. So we brought it up to his settings are 32 brightness. Let me see how high his brightness goes up to. So his brightness is going to be, come on, play nice. All right, this is his brightness right here. It says brightness is 32. Let me see. Yeah, as I thought. All right, so the highest his brightness goes is 32, and the highest his contrast goes is 32. So pretty much his factory settings would have been somewhere between in the mid of 32, which would have been like 15 or 16 somewhere down the line. So let me see. So we want the brightness up. We got to bring that contrast down a little bit because that contrast is too high. So to bring that down a little bit. Let's bring the contrast down to around. You want to be at least half that. You want to be that far up. Let's bring it down to I would do 14. We'll do 14 right there. And then we'll do, let me see, because this contrast is like minus. I told him on the phone when I was talking to him, I said, do not have your contrast down too low. If it's too low, then you're going to have a problem with the image showing up. And he had it at 32 the entire time, minus 32. All right, so let's check his gammon. Why is he freaking in gammon to begin with? He shouldn't even be in here at all. This is an area you don't only go into unless you know what you're doing. Other than that, stay out of here. Shouldn't be in here to begin with. See all this right here? You don't mess with that unless you know what you're doing. Just leave that alone. All right, let's see what his color temperature is. Color temperature. This is fun. I get to go in here and go through a customer's projector. I've always wanted to do this. Joy, joy, joy. Those of you thinking that some of you are a projector, don't do that. I'm not doing that's not a part of my job. I'm just doing this for a preacher, for the church. 32 color is 32. 32 in the color. Let's see, why is the color so bright? Too much color. You're gonna oversaturate your freaking picture quality. Let's go bring this down. Bring it down to around 16. If that saturation is too high, what's going to happen is, let's see what we got going on now. There we go. Let me adjust this projector a little better. All right, let me see. I don't know still how this is going to show up on the gray screen, because like I said, I still got to check the lamp life on this. And I should be doing this. Hold on for a minute. No, wait. Don't I have a, wait. I got a smaller screen than this, don't I? I'll take this one. Get this shows up on my screen here. I'll put you guys right here for a minute. Just gonna set this up real quick without breaking anything. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, let's see. Now let's come back here. There you go. The settings were way off on this projector. That's all it was. So the lamp wasn't damaged, and I'll be my friend. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep your projector, and I'm going to send you the one I have here in the box, because your settings were way, and I sat here on the phone and told him what to do, and he claimed that it didn't work on the paint. Didn't show up. He couldn't see the screen. So let me see. Contrast, brightness. We have tint. We only need sharpness is at 4. And he had it in theater. I'm going to put it in theater. Put it into presentation. No, let's go back up. Be nice. There we go. We're good. Let's go back. All right. No. Why are you doing this to me? All right. Don't go back. Do what I tell you to do. All right. Exit. All right. We don't need focus. Okay. Sharpness. Good. Brightness. Custom. That shouldn't even be there to begin with. None of that should be there to begin with. I don't know why he even has that there to begin with. That should not be there. Default 6. All right. All right. Go back in. right, that's kind of game in 6. High bright color, color temperature. Color temperature. Why is color temperature so high up? Shouldn't get high up. Let's bring it down to here. Let's bring it there. That's perfect. All right. Bam. There you go. All right. So, you know what the problem was? Lamps is, I'm pretty sure I'm going to check that lamp too, because I'm curious what that lamp life is. Let me see. We can go over to setting, picture positioning, so on zoom. Let's go over to, let's see, screen, blank mode. All right, so this is a problem that I have here. I'm not saying it's a problem, but, and the sharpness is way to freak off. Why is the sharpness so dim? Where is the sharpness on here? These things should have a focus on them somewhere. I think the focus, usually my focus on my Epsons is on the side. Let me see, where is the focus on this? I haven't used one of these in a long time. There's always a little hidden focus switch on these bad boys. Sometimes they have them with the filter. That's where the fan is next. I can feel the heat from there. And there's no focus button here. Usually ultra short those have a focus in there somewhere. Because I know it's not using the automatic focus. All right, let me go over here and get the video. Another video here. All right, so number one, his contrast was at 32, minus 32. That was pulling the image up too dark. That's the reason why it wasn't showing up on the screen at all, period, because he had it set to minus 32. That's another reason why I would bring the image up really, 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 really dark. Have the contrast pulled all the way up. He had the brightness all the way down to pretty much next to nothing. That's another reason why the image came up too dark. So basically, the settings were definitely tampered with, which means they were deliberately pushed all the way back. This projector is probably around 1100 lumens. I think they're around 1100 lumens. The lumens aren't high on these projectors at all, around 1100 lumens. So he had the eco mode on. Eco mode was running. Factory, the projector was at 32, and the contrast, which you should never have it at 32 in contrast. You're really going to darken your screen extremely fast if you do that. I don't know why he was messing with corner edge masking. So corner edge is when you actually adjust your corners from here to here. As you can see how they're out of whack right there, which means I'm going to have to factory reset the entire projector. If I'm going to use this for my own projector, I'm going to have to factory reset the entire thing. I want to see what the lamp life is on here too, because I'm really curious. The guy said he put in a new lamp in here for him, and I'm curious to see what the lamp life is for. What do I use this projector for anyway? I'm trying to figure out what would I use it for. Lamp life. So this is supposed to be his lamp life right there. So that's the lamp life, and that's legit. It's pretty much a very good lamp in there. I got lamp. Actually, some of the lamp life on some of my projectors are way higher than that. Way higher than that. So, and it's not only, took it off eco mode. Okay. Aspect ratio should be in 16:1. Let me see what we got going on here. This keystone is off too. There we go, that's better. I don't know what he was doing with this right here. He should have never been tampering with that at all, period. See how that makes the screen turn to one side? You don't want that. You don't want to tamper with that. I'm going to have to factory reset everything on here. Hopefully I get everything back to where it started from. This should be in 16:9. Picture mode. Blackboard. Daytime mode. Eco mode is off. Mirror mode is off, off. Okay, advanced settings. And advanced settings, this will give you options to picture modes. So go into picture mode. See everything from there. All right, we're good. Color, good, 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 good. Let's see what the sharpness is coming at. Sharpness. 5. Sharpness, a little better. Right there for sharpness. Okie dokie. I'll get the clean this lens up a little better because the lens is a bit dirty. But other than that, let me get this off the whatchamacallit first. Let's remove all this off together. Tint. Tint can use about 3 and tint. About 3 and tint, that's basically about it. We're done from there. Right there. And that projector is around, I think they're around 1100. There's not a lot, 1100 or, I think they're 1100 or 2200, but they're not a lot. And just adjustments were way off. They were just way, way, way off altogether. And that's the reason why the color wasn't pushing up. That's all. His adjustments were off. I know my technology. I designed it. I know it works 100%. It's interesting now to have a customer's projector over here. And this is not saying he's not a bad person. He's a good person. Just didn't know. I would have felt better if he basically would have put the projector in some bubble wrap. That would have basically eased my comfort zone. And thank God when it got here, it wasn't broken. I'm glad it wasn't broken because it could have gotten broken easily with the fact there was no bubble wrap in this in the packaging. So, you know, God looked out for this one. But I was able to go in and adjust it the way I wanted to. Look how bright the colors come up. This is the reason why I love this black technology. It pulls the best from your projector's capability. So I got myself a projector. I'll send it back over to him. My projector, he'll have my projector. Now these projectors right here only do around 80 inches. I think they only do 80-inch screen. That's basically about it. That's basically about it. But yeah, we talked on the phone. I explained to him that the contrast on his projector, how high was it? And he said it was at 20 or something like that. I said, do me a favor. I said, bring it up to around, bring the contrast. Let me get the contrast down like minus 17. I said, bring it all the way up to at least 20. Bring it to 20 at the most. What is your brightness? His brightness is only 32. So if the brightness is 32, that means the best, bring the contrast up to maybe around 14 or 15. That would be a good spot to put it at. And then with the brightness at being 32, he could even max it out at 32. It's not going to affect the picture quality at all because that's as bright as he's going to get out of it. But you want to make sure that the contrast is much lower than the brightness. That's what you want. And when I got the projector here, I don't know why the settings were all the way up to 32. Because if you put the settings all the way up to 32, it darkens the image. It makes it very, very dark. It's very hard for the image to pull up. And then I told him, do not set it in cinema. Do not set it in theater. Because keep in mind, like I said, these are black screens. I told him the settings to put it in. The image would pop up with no problem whatsoever because he does have an older model projector. Now, the projector I have upstairs, even with the Sony, these are newer model projectors. These projectors right here, I don't do anything with them. I turn them on, boom, they pop on. This is a much, much older projector. With much, much old projectors like this, you're going to have to do a little bit of the adjusting with the settings. But judging by all the stuff that I've seen changed into the projector, he was just going around randomly button mashing in this bad boy because there were things and options and areas that he should not have been in to begin with. It would have definitely affected the picture quality of the projector. There's certain areas in your projector that if you do not know what it means and what it stands for, stay away from it. Or basically just educate yourself on it. Go on YouTube, find out about your projector. What does that stand for? So and so and so forth. You know what I mean? Then, you go in and find out about it, educate yourself on it. But just don't go in there and start button mashing because you don't never know exactly. You might hit something that may basically deteriorate your entire picture quality altogether. But I like this for a fact that I got a chance, because I've been like, I have customers saying, well, it looks good on your screen, but it doesn't look good on my screen. And here it is. I have a customer's projector over here right now, and I'm displaying it on my screen. And this projector is probably coming in. I got to look this up. This is, what model number is this? Oh, I think I've had this one before. I know I've had this projector before. Let me get an ink pen. I'm going to look this one up. I'm going to go to Projector Central, look up this projector. I need a piece of paper. I don't want to take this because I don't know what she's writing on that. A piece of paper. All right. And I still didn't find my cup of tea. Ah, there it is. That's messed up. And it's probably ice cold. That's why I heat them 3 or 4 cups of tea in the morning. Yep, it's cold. All right, let me see what we got here. Can't do this with 2 hands, so I'm gonna put you here just for a minute. I'm gonna get the model number of this projector. I'm gonna look this up on AV. You're gonna watch me look it up on AV, on Projector Central, so we can see what we got here. All right, let me see. So this is a CP dash A 220N T A C H I. All right, let's go upstairs and have a look at the model number of this projector. Let's see what the specifications are. All right. Because the conversation I had with this customer, he said that the projector was not picking up at all. So we get it here. I get it here. I keep saying I get it here. And I hit my screen with it. I go, wait a minute. This thing's not showing anything on our screen. But the Sony's picking up with no problem. Sony sits in Eco Mode 3, and it picks up with no problem in the fully lit environment. Those are my chasers up there. So, decided to say maybe it's the lamp that may be damaged in it. Let me check and see. Lamp's good. Nothing wrong with the lamp. His settings in his projector were way off. So, that's when I was asking him over the phone, what was the settings on your projector? And he told me that, there's nothing wrong with it, and the settings were all perfectly fine, and, so forth and so forth. And here it is, the pictures that he was sending over to me on the projector, the screen being too dark in a fully lit environment, he was showing me why the projector settings were at 32 in contrast, which would have brought the picture up dark. I might start that as a new segment. Have people ship me their projectors here. We'll ship you another one just like yours. No, I'm not doing that. But it's nice to basically be able to look at someone's projector from a distance. So let's go over here real quick. I don't understand, but my part that gets me, I don't understand why he shipped me the projector in the bubble wrap. I don't get that part at all. Without bubble wrap. We don't need all that. We don't need all that. Let's close all that out. We don't need all that. We're not starting with that. Alright. I got you turned around for a minute because I got sensitive information that you don't need to see. Alright, so we're going to go over to, I'll show you in a few minutes. Chase. Don't get the whole term done as chasers. I know I've had this projector before. But yeah, usually, like I said, one of the pictures we get from people who basically state that, saying, hey, the paint doesn't work, is the first thing they'll do is they'll go in and they'll adjust the settings on the projector. They'll bring the contrast down extremely low. And by doing this, it makes the image look very dark and you can't see it. All right, so here we are on projector central right here. Right there. I don't know if you can see all that from now. I'll try to back up a bit so you can see it. All right. Projector central right there. All right. Dash CP dash CP dash. Oh, they got a bunch of them up here. It's not mine. CP. CP. Okay. No. Maybe a zero in. All right. Is that it? All right, so there's the projector right there. All right, so it's off on the lumen count. All right, so this is the projector we have downstairs. There it is right there. That's the model number of the projector. This is the lumen count, which is 2200 lumens. Right there. Doesn't have a contrast on it. Contrast is 2000 to 1 on contrast. There. And the projector was manufactured in 2010, last shipped 2012. So it's 2200 lumens. All right. So that's this projector right there. Oh, wait. Let me check something real quick. There we go. Wait for a minute. This should be real quick. Yeah, there you go. All right, I told you I owned the projector. There it is right there. There's one video right there. That's the projector right there. This is on our black screen paint too. Hey, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Ken Bird. I'm the creator of Luminous 4K screen paint using ambient projection technology. Two screen paint we're using in the demonstration is our roll-on. I'm going to show you how recent this video is. You see that PS4 spike? That spike PS4 right there? Right there, see that spike PS4? That's how recent it is. That's my same PS4 I have here in my video over here at my other house. Same one. I knew I had that projector. I've owned just about every projector. Well, not every projector. Some that I don't even own yet, but you know what I'm getting at. Look how much ambient light I have in contact with the screen. Same projector.
As for using them, I don't like to use them. There's no, just too easy. Now see how much light we're getting from here and less light we're getting from here? Now, what I'm going to do is come back here, I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to remove the lampshade, because that's why I'm going to use lampshades. Nowhere near 1080p. It is all 720p at 2200 lumens. And I'm sitting up here with lamps with no shades on them whatsoever. Now if I want to take this out and just use my everyday normal light, that's what it's designed for.
So in this demonstration, let me show you. Same projector. I told you I own that projector, I used to have one. Same demonstration I'm showing you with the projector. Right? I'm showing you same projector, same model number. And I'm doing this demonstration on an Eclipse. Now, Eclipse is an older version screen paint we used to make. The stuff we have now is a better development. But look at this. 2 lamps right next to it with no lampshade on, pushing up against the screen on the same projector downstairs. And there's the model number of the projector right here. It's the same model number of the projector I just looked up. That's how I knew something was wrong there. When he was showing me that image and he was telling me that that projector was not pushing an image at all on that screen, we did this with our older screen paint, was able to pull an image. You can see it upside down. Same thing. CP-A220N. Same projector. When I do my research, man, can't nobody tell me I don't do my research. I do my research. I can show you the model number of your projector, and I can show you an image of a video I did back on your projector before you ever, and in mind, he's recently bought that projector, which means I had that projector before he had it. All right, I got to get some work done that I can't hold a camera to. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I'd like to thank you all for your time. I have to go. I got to get ready to pack up his projector and send it back to him. Well, no, I'm keeping this one. This is mine. I'm keeping this one. But I will be sending him, and here, this is my, in this box, this is my NEC, not NEC, this is an Epson 585. It's far more advanced than the projector he has over here, way far more advanced. This projector is 3,500 lumens at 10,000 to 1 contrast. And this thing has HDMI hookups, the whole 9 yards, remote control. I got this from an eBay vendor, brand new. So he's getting a really good deal from this projector. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because it's a church. But like I said, there's some things, like I said, I found kind of strange with when I was talking to him on the phone, that the fact that he said the image wasn't showing up on the screen at all, and he wasn't seeing anything. And now I have your projector here. I adjust the settings on your projector. I'm pulling up an image on my screen, and then I'm showing you a demonstration where I actually owned the projector way before it got sent here. And I'm showing you a demonstration with 2 lamps using the same PS4 that I have upstairs, showing how recent the video is. And I'm able to do this here with no problem with his projector in my home and pull that image up. But for some reason, he said lights on or off. He's not seeing the image. So if somebody sits there and tell me, oh yeah, it doesn't look the same way in the video or something like that, nah, you can't tell me that image is not pulling up on that screen. These screens are pulling up images outside. I know for a fact it pulls an image. So I will be keeping your projector and sending you out the other one. All right, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you all for your time. Keep in mind, like I said, I would not judge this person as being a bad person. Like I said, he thought he got duped because the eBay person who bought it from on eBay sent him a projector, but all the settings were changed in the projector. A lot of stuff was changed in there that shouldn't have been changed. I had to go in there and just basically adjust the projector. But I guess if he left it the way it was, it wouldn't have been a problem. But for him to make a statement saying he couldn't see anything on the screen at all, no, that's virtually impossible. That's what he said. He couldn't see anything on the screen at all. No. And I own this projector. I had it before. It's just that when this thing finally dies, I'm not sending it back to the manufacturer. There's no point because it's out of, no point in sending it back. Just might as well just trash it. Yeah. Especially if he's using this for a church. If you're using this for a church projectors don't use 2200 lumen projectors. That's another thing too. He can't use that because keep in mind this projector's at 20. This is 2200 lumens. Okay. The ambient light that I have in this environment is not going to be as bright as a church. Church ambient lighting, commercial lighting is going to be extremely bright. There is no way in the world you're going to get this projector to pull up in that kind of lighting. Even with our screens, you couldn't do it. You need a venue projector to do that. When you start working with commercial lighting and all that stuff, you have to get a venue projector to do that. You need one of these. That's what you need. One of these bad boys. But yeah. So if he's trying to get this projector to produce an image, especially on a screen at 100 inches, and especially how old this projector is in a fully lit commercial church, but not saying commercial church, but in a fully lit environment such like a church, no. You got projectors of 50,000 lumens. I've seen demonstrations where the customer we had overseas had a 7,000 lumen projector, and they couldn't get it to pick up on a white screen. Now, they use our technology. They could pull the image up with no problem. But like I said, they still needed 7,000 lumens regardless because of all that light in the environment. It's going to kill that projector's lumen count. These projectors were designed more basically for home use or work, but not to be used in that kind of environment. The greens and stuff pop up real nice. Nice, beautiful greens. Mr. Birdie. My battery's dying on my phone. All right, so I'm just showing you from the angle where the light's on. All right, I just would appreciate if you just would have bubble wrapped it. That would have been nice if you bubble wrapped it. That would have been cool. All right, got to go. Thank you all for your time. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration or whatever this was, getting up in the morning, showing you what we do over here. I got to get back to work. I got things to do downstairs, and I got to get ready to load up some more information. Those of you that are interested in the 2-quart gamer paint, it will be available today. We're going to be loading that back onto the website. We do have the 1 gallon. Keep in mind, the 1 gallon kits are the only ones that come with chasers. All right, thank you for your time. I got to go, and God bless.